Warren Buffett compares AI to the development of the atom bomb. Geoffrey Hinton, one of the leading contributors to modern AI, thinks it may be more dangerous than climate change, and a team of Greek PhD students may have found a way to make processors that are 50 times faster to run these neural networks. And if that's not enough, Facebook's no longer cool. These top tech news stories and more for Tuesday, May the 9th, 2023. I'm your host, Jim Love, CIO of IT World Canada and Tech News Day in the U.S. Warren Buffett is the latest to raise concerns about the development of AI, comparing it to the creation of the atom bomb at his company's annual meeting in Omaha, Nebraska. Buffett was introduced to the concept of AI by none other than his friend Bill Gates, and reportedly, Buffett was impressed but worried. He said, "When something can do all kinds of things, I get a little bit worried because I know we won't be able to uninvent it." His comments follow on warnings from Geoffrey Hinton, who many see as one of the creators of modern AI, who told Reuters last Friday that artificial intelligence could pose a more urgent threat to humanity than climate change. Hinton left his job at Google last week to be free to speak out about what he sees as the dangers of AI. The atom bomb, climate change, now AI. Good thing our politicians know how to manage technological change. Phew, otherwise, we could be in real trouble. And speaking of politicians and technological change, OpenAI's Sam Altman attended the White House summit last week to discuss how AI companies could help to address the growing concerns about safety that have arisen with the rapid growth of AI systems. According to reports in Axios, one of the most important conversations in the summit at the White House was around laws so that people know if they're talking to an AI. But Altman also indicated that his company is working on addressing another key issue that may spell trouble for AI systems and developers: copyright. Generative AI has taken the world by storm with its ability to write content in a variety of forms, from marketing to music, from fiction to academic writing, and from the visual to, in the very near future, even the performing arts. But it's done this not by being creative, but by ingesting the work, often the copyrighted work of millions of original creators. It reduces these elements to fundamental building blocks, which it later reassembles. Its creations are just that, the reassembly of components of content using generative AI's ability to predict the most likely pattern of works or other elements and to assemble these into complete works of literature, music, or even art. It's not simply inspired by other works, but it's using them. It may mix them up and reassemble these literary Lego blocks, but it is assembling based on an algorithm and not creating. And it does this with no compensation for the creators or copyright owners of the original material. We did a story previously which showed the sources that had been ingested by AI systems, many publications, including our own, companies that are struggling already to find ways to be compensated for the use of their content. In that same week, two publishers, BuzzFeed and Vice, announced that they were closing their publications. Altman is apparently trying to find a way to address these concerns by working on a new ChatGPT model that respects copyright. We're trying to work on new models where if an AI system is using your content, or if it's using your style, you get paid for that. It was the birthplace of democracy, and now maybe it's also given birth to the fastest ever AI processor, harnessing light. The Greek reporter said that the fastest artificial intelligence processor in the world, one that uses photonic neurons and that works with light instead of electricity, was created by a team of PhD candidates at the Department of Informatics at the Aristotle University of Thessaloniki, which goes by the shortened name AUTH. The new computer is capable of speeds of up to 50 gigahertz, which is 25 times faster than the speed of modern GPU processors used in AI today. The ability to operate at these speeds makes it invaluable in trying to emulate neural networks, which may even one day be able to mimic the functioning of the human brain. And a big bonus is, it's also reported to use 10 times less power. Facebook wants you to know that it's not just a place where old people hang out. It may feel it could get a bit of a break as the darling of the younger generation, TikTok, is facing government scrutiny, sanctions, and threats of banning the wildly popular site. But even if TikTok were to disappear, Would young people go back to Facebook? Not likely. Facebook may have been born in a university dorm in 2004, but it's 20 years older today. To be fair, Facebook still has a huge audience. 3 billion people check it out each month, and that's a third of the world's population. According to a CBS News report, 2 billion people log in every day. But it has definitely lost its cool factor. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and others are capturing the younger market. And as one young adult said about Facebook in that same CBS report, I don't even remember the last time I logged in. It must have been years ago. Today she checks Instagram, owned by Facebook's parent, about 5 or 6 times a day. Then she moves over to spend an hour or more on TikTok. She can't imagine going back to Facebook. She says, it's the branding, right? When I think of Facebook, I think like chuggy older people. Chuggy older people? So even with its vast numbers, Facebook is sounding a lot like some of the companies it once supplanted, like MySpace. And that's enough to drive you to drink. But if you do, and you're in my place, use that coaster over there. The one that says AOL. No, not LOL. AOL. What is that? Never mind. And that's the top tech news for today. We go to air with a daily newscast 5 days a week, as well as a special weekend interview with an expert on topics relevant to today's news. Follow #trending on Google, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can even get us on your Alexa or Google smart speaker. Heck, you can even find us on YouTube as Tech News Day. We love your comments, and you can find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, or on Mastodon as @TheRealJimLove on our Mastodon site, technews.social. Or if that's too much, just leave a comment under the text version at itworldcanada.com/podcasts. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a terrific Tuesday.